Hello, hello. Welcome, Taurus, to your April reading. Might be worth you watching the channel update from my peeps vid. So this is going to be a rethink, restructure reading to help you transition from kind of that heavy Pisces energy into the brand new Aries energy. So we're going to do current energies, what's coming on the horizon, the challenges to those, and we're going to offer, me and my team are going to offer surrender fix cards to work with the energy, and then we're going to wrap it up with an overall card. I don't know why I repeated all that. I said that in the last video. Anyway, so let's look at your current energies, Taurus. Current energies look fabulous. So so this feels very, very grounded and solid and direct, confident. I want to say legacy as well of what's already been planted, of what you've created and are confident to kind of let go of as you walk forward. And there's nothing in front of you. There's no pentacles waiting. You're creating as you go. This is a very, very creative energy. He's like, yeah, I'll know it when I see it. Just looking around for opportunities. It's free. And the horse is like, where do you want me to go? I'm following you. Lovely, lovely, lovely energy. Just having fun living life, being curious. And bossing up like a star. What are you doing? And this is in your current energy. Bossing up in the spotlight, enjoying the attention, leaving it all on stage. Success. Yeah, real success. These are not too shabby, are they? These two first cards. Growth, change. Oh, I'm not even getting change. I'm just getting growth, bossing up energy. And it continues. What are you magicalizing? Wow, fire and earth. That's amazing. You know, as I look at this card in the reflection of the screen, those stars are literally twinkling. And it's probably the pixelation, but these stars are literally twinkling as I look at them. I don't know if it will come out on the video, but as I look at this card, that's magical. That's absolutely magical. They're all twinkling. Oh, I wish with all my heart this gets translated. How is that happening? Okay, I'm going to bring in wonder and awe to this because I've never seen this card do this. That is literally, the light's changed now. That's interesting. Ooh. Okay, current energy, magic, bossing up. Steady, curious, quite open actually. However, there's no lesson to be learned, is there, if there's no challenge? And so the challenge in here is where the change comes in. Okay. So now look at the reality and look at the perception. Yeah, I get dogma with Taurians. There's fixed earth, so they can get quite rooted in their roots. They can get quite fixated on old traditions and beliefs and paradigms, and in these vastly changing times where you've literally got, well, it looks like stardom on the table. What's your mind telling you about that? I feel all my energy just going flat with this card. It's like I want to toss it. And it's not that I feel stuck with it, because this is a card of being stuck, you know, trapped in those swords, trapped in the mind, crows pecking away at your eyes. I don't, it's like I've stopped breathing. There's a part of me that's stopped breathing. It's in the solar plexus. So there's a resistance in the solar plexus to all of this. Solar plexus, center of will. Okay, so I'm going to call this what I called this in the Aries reading, because they got a similar message, is check your stinking thinking. Okay, check your stinking thinking. Fear thinking, limited thinking. Because you're in transition. 6 is about balance. 6 is, yeah, it's about balance. And I know this is a swords card, mind and air, but look at the water. There's this deep emotional transition. So we're talking about emotional limitation. What's the word? Resolute? She feels quite resolute. Moving through this transition, she kind of knows it's got to be done. It's quite pragmatic. It doesn't feel deeply sad. It's just like this, it's a giving up energy. There's a giving up. I give up trying. And honestly, that kind of surrender is very, very healthy. That can allow so much light to come in. That can open doors to new opportunities when you let go of that limited, heavy. Yeah, this isn't bright blue Aegean water. This is quite heavy. These heavy greens, all this heart energy. It's all in the heart. Wow. Deep emotional conflict. To bossing up, to, I don't know what's in your current energy, but look. These are night and day. So let's offer a fix. What can you surrender to that's going to help you bridge these two energies and bring all of that bossing up energy through the conflict, emotional conflict? No disrespect, Taurus, but this is a very Taurian card in my experience of Taurians. Taurus is ruled by Venus. It can feel very tender, Taurians. They're very loving. And I know loads of Taurians and all of them give way more than they take. So, is that deserving of all of this? Of all of this magic? Is that deserving? Do you deserve it? Do you deserve success, love, and abundance? Oh, crikey. Well, yeah, there you go. Success, love, and abundance. All wrapped up in a honey sandwich. Oh, I don't know. Can you set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem? That's your homework. Can you set an intention? Forget intention. Can you identify? Let's bring it right into the present. Can you identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem? Because that's really going to help you in these current energies. It looks like some fabulous stuff in your current energy, and it looks like it's throwing you into emotional conflict. So what's going to help you in the current is surrender to, so name the self-esteem with no shame and no judgment and no guilt. Because I know you love guilt. Without any of that, as if you were a guide to yourself, you know, as if you were the hermit just shining a light. Just name it and let it be. Let it rise up and transmute. Okay, it's present. What's on your horizon? Tradition, beliefs, values, contracts, agreements that you've made with yourself and with others. Rebirth by challenging where your esteem lies. Okay, right. I'm going to change this to self-worth. Okay. There's a difference between self-esteem and self-worth. Self-esteem is about how I want you to see me when you judge me by the house I live in, the holidays I take, the car I drive, and the clothes I wear, and the people I hang with. Okay, that's esteem. That's the egoic construct of, very often it's success. Okay, that's where we manipulate others to view us a certain way, which actually is out of alignment with who we truly are. Self-worth is a kid before it's been influenced by toxic paradigms. I know I've said this 1,000 times. If you watch a young person play that can play creatively and freely without boundaries, they're in their self-worth because nothing can affect them. So in that natural, playful, creative spark, it's a spark state. It doesn't really matter if I stand in front of you and scratch my bum, as kids do, pick my nose and eat it, as kids do. That's high self-worth. I value myself. I have an itch up my nose and I'm going to pick it. So forget about the esteem, because what you do in the esteem isn't really going to move you into great change. It's just the egoic projection of you, but your self-worth asks the bigger question. If this is in your current field, do you deserve it? Are you worthy of it? Can you handle it with love and respect? Can you nurture it and protect it? Or is it all going to get taken away? Do you feel trapped at accessing? Can you access that? Or are you trapped in the emotional conflict of low self-worth? Okay, that feels better. That feels much better. Can you comfortably pick your nose and eat it, or scratch your bum? Or are you too bothered what other people think? Okay, so that was just the first card in Horizon. What's on the horizon? It looks like, yeah, it's where your traditions are, what your traditional belief system is. It looks like it's being challenged. Okay. It's all emotional. It's sorrow and loss and heartbreak, and this is conflict. Thinking that, you know, you can't move and feeling trapped. Is it really? Okay, simple question. This is traditional behavior. Let's call it traditional behavior in the life of a Taurus. Taurians, do you hold grudges if someone hurts you? My voice went all quiet then. Or do you speak spitefully to cover up the real anguish that doesn't get released? Because there's nothing so powerful, you know, as a heart that's been broken open. You have to break the heart open to be able to access all the magic. It's tougher and more resilient than you might think, the heart. So what's activating in me as I tune into this is actually the crown chakra, which is surprising. I would expect the heart to constrict or the throat to go off, the unexpressed sorrow and loss, but I'm wondering if this is in your mind. Soul crown. Let's see what comes next. Wow. I mean, traditionally, those two together kind of hints at marriage. And if that's in the middle, are we talking about a marriage breakup? For some. This is fascinating. Oh, wow. Okay. I need to tread carefully here because I don't want to hurt anybody, but what I'm now deeply curious about is, okay. So when I work with couples who are on the brink of breakup, when they're on the brink of breakup and they've talked about separation, some of them have moved into separation, what happens is this flow back of energy that can make you feel like that. It's the anticipation of being free and autonomous again. Taking control of the remote, I call it. Not having to please anybody else. And indeed, these are solitary people, aren't they? There's no groups on there. These are solitary people. And that might be the upliftment and the joy in the anticipation of ending a relationship, walking away and leaving it behind. But look at the confidence of walking away. This is another story coming out, so let's treat this as two stories. And so quite rightly, in the anticipation of a relationship breaking up, as you know the relationship's over, it's not, you know, it's whatever. And there might be this unresolved to it. making the transition to escape how trapped you feel. Depends what stage. If we're talking about a relationship here, then you might be in the stage where you just feel so utterly trapped. Wow, okay. So that makes perfect sense then, the low self-worth. And the emotional conflict might be, it might be as simple as, but I don't want to be alone. It might be as simple as that. You know, some people stay in conflict because it's what they know. Wow, it's all coming out now. They stay in the pain of a failing relationship because it's what they know. Traditional, it's a set in stone, it's a hardwired value, but that might be what they want. 4 of Wands, which is just blissfully, joyfully happy. Okay, let's go back to the horizon. So on the horizon is this real challenging of how you process sorrow and heartbreak. That's the thing. How do you process challenge? How do you process heartbreak and sorrow? And how do you process unmitigated joy hitting you? How do you receive that? Okay. And we haven't even done the challenge. So the challenge to you challenging some of your deepest beliefs around sorrow and joy. Look how seductive he is. I'll show you the way. Come here. And a Taurus will respond to that kind of seduction. Fixed earth. Sex maniacs. So which do you choose? Do you choose a slightly more difficult path of I want to get to that? Of if I really set my mind to it and my heart to it, I can get to those. And they won't feel anywhere near as comfortable as maybe me staying in that. I'm going to use the word wallowing because it came in. Temptation. Temptation. And why not? You're ruled by Venus. You're going to have access to to intuitive wisdom. I want to bring in the surrender card now because it's for these two. This is perfect. This is perfect. You might be tempted to walk this path and take this seductive approach again, believing it's different, it's going to lead to a different outcome, but it won't. It'll lead you there. If you're not coming from that place of heart-centered joy, soul song, knowing what you want in your self-worth. But she knows, the High Priestess knows, and she knows because she can surrender. She knows because she can feel it when it comes in. She'll bring it in and she'll feel it. And there's a real challenge in here, especially with the Three of Swords, you know, this doesn't feel heartbreaking, this feels ragey. This feels ragey. And I wonder, do you think that or do you feel it? Listen to your body's messages about a personal situation. If you feel physically drained, that's a good sign, or uncomfortable, pay attention. If you're energized and happy, move forward, green light. Okay. So thinking about a situation drains your energy in that moment. Red light, pause. Pause, go into High Priestess. Okay, because this dude, he's not going to show you the way. He's going to show you, he's going to lead you into temptation and damnation. Okay, so, yeah. So on your horizon is the challenge and the homework to surrender to the wisdom of the body. The body is the blueprint. It's also the betrayer, you know, and we can listen to the body or we can not. We can stay in the mind. But you are Earth, so this is not a big leap for you. It's not a big leap. Self-worth and being in the body. Do you deserve unmitigated joy? Do you deserve to be the star of your own show or someone else's? Do you deserve to be a ridiculously gifted magician? Do you deserve this? It's got kind of an Empress energy. He's just dropping seeds where he goes. You deserve that. Are you confident enough that you can have that? Okay, so get into the body, get out the head, if you're in the head. Get into the body. So, okay, it looks like you're challenging some old processes around sorrow and loss and how to access joy. Okay, and you're doing that through self-worth and getting into the body. I'm going to wrap the reading up now, Taurus. I hope I haven't been too hard on you. My intention is never to wound or hurt, but sometimes we got to look in the ugly mirror. We all have to do it. I have to do it. So when I did this reading on myself this morning, my wrap-up card was trust yourself. Okay, so we've all got to look in the ugly mirror. So you have got 2 wrapping up cards. So this is the overall restructure to serve you well. Okay, this is the homework. Take the first step and let go. Look, there's nothing in front of him. Every step is taken without expectation or planning or anything. Every journey. So name the journey. You know, what does all of this tell you? Because to me, it's showing actually what's in your current energy is wonderful. And that might be what you're dreaming into being. And that's lifting up all the conflict that has the potential to stymie it. Okay. So a single step can look like a tiny change. I'm worth it. A tiny change. Oh, I can feel that in my body. That's a tiny change. Acknowledge, work with it. And you are fabulously loyal, but sometimes your loyalty don't serve you. Okay. So releasing allegiance is beautiful rebirth energy. Have a look at the relationships around you again. Relationships can be belief systems. Your relationship to it could be false loyalty. So hang on, is it actually serving me? Ask yourself that. That's my belief around sorrow and loss. Does that serve me? Do I learn anything from that? Am I squeezing that lemon to get the wisdom? Okay, so work on self-worth, get into your body, take baby steps, and let go of relationships that don't serve you well. Because there's change. You're in transition. You're in it. Okay, Taurus. I'm sending you loads of love and big hugs. Nothing in here feels overwhelming. These are small steps to create big change. You've got the magician here, so take care. And I will see you again in April. Please like, share, subscribe, and feel free to comment. Take care. Lots of love. Bye.